Milky Mist presents The Tribute Show, powered by Europe Study Center, Ebox Schools and La Alegria International Tours Private Limited. Spoiler alert, watch this interview at your own risk and we are not responsible.
Hello, Brinkinga. Hello, Padema Inga. Yes. Please stay safe. Which was most difficult to perform was the time travel, because you were in a very small cave. There was a huge tube. There were stones everywhere. I heard everything. It hurt my elbows. Time traveling hurts your knees, I tell you.
We have a film in our language which is based on time travel.
I know this actor. It looks spectacular. You can just screw your watch like this and then make the I'm here for my watch.
I've come for my watch.
But at the end, I figured I came out better than Ulrich in the scene because he never existed. So that was a spoiler. It was nice having all these affairs. Yeah, so I could kiss every actress there. So this nice. I didn't kiss Claudia, I think. Yeah, that was. He holds this coins. It was you, it was you, and he points at the coin. And I ask him, what's the coin? And if you send this coin back in time, the coin loses its origin.
Yeah.
So this is the paradox. If you send something back in time or forward in time, the thing loses its origin.
What did you do to Matt? You're alive. What?
I am happy that Dark is over for me now. Because each scene was never a normal scene. It was always on a high amplitude of emotions. Yeah, you always had to cry in each scene. There was always something going wrong, and more wrong in the next scene, and even more wrong in the next scene. I heard you have a massive lockdown in India, yes? So what we do in Germany, they went on their balconies and they all did this applause to all these people in the hospitals who are working day and night. Yeah. I really love them because they are really good people.
இந்த கொரோனா கிரைசிஸில் ஃப்ரண்ட்லைன் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ், டாக்டர்ஸ், ஹெல்த் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ், சானிட்டரி ஒர்க்கர்ஸ், போலீஸ் ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ் அவங்களோட உயிரை பொருட்படுத்தாமல் நம்மளோட சேஃப்டிக்காக உழைச்சிட்ருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம என்றைக்குமே நன்றி கடன் பட்டிருக்கோம். ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ட்ரிபியூட் கொடுக்கறதுக்காக தான் இந்த ஷோ மில்கி மிஸ்ட் பிரசன்ஸ் தி ட்ரிபியூட் ஷோ. மில்கி மிஸ்ட் பிரசன்ஸ் த ட்ரிபியூட் ஷோவில் இன்னைக்கு என் கூட ஆலிவர் மசூச்சி இருக்காரு. வெல்கம் டு மை ஷோ.
Hello.
People know you as Ulrich. Your performance was so damn good and everybody loved your performance. How is this to be acknowledged by the global audience?
In fact, you doesn't feel that much because you only feel it if you go to the countries. Usually, before Netflix was there, you could do some TV stuff or a movie, and it wasn't recognized all over the world. But due to Netflix, you are in every room all over the world. You can be there. This is really cool, but you don't feel it. I feel it now if you call me from India. So this is wow. If you have a fan base in different other countries. I was going to Italy and Spain, and I was recognized at the airports or in restaurants, and that was a new feeling. Or even in New York, I was in New York, and people spoke to me on the streets, and they asked me to do a photo with them. Yes, and I said, okay, give me a cell phone. I do a photo of yours, and they said, no, not of me, of you. And I asked, but why? Why of me? And, yeah, you're this guy from Dark. So this was very funny. You only feel this when you travel a lot.
Know why I joined the police as a young man?
So how was it to adapt to a role of a police officer?
In fact, I'm not so much of a police officer. Of course, I'm a police officer, but in all these scenes, I'm a father, and I'm a daddy who's losing his child.
Vater, der Polizist Ulrich Nielsen.
So these are always very emotional scenes. So that's why I'm happy that Dark is over for me now, because each scene was never a normal scene. It was always on a high amplitude of emotions. Yeah, you always had to cry in each scene. There was always something going wrong, and more wrong in the next scene, and even more wrong in the next scene. So it all went worse, and you know, so I try to get into that stuff, and that makes me very sad while you do that, and then you're happy when it's over, you know.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
So what was one scene that was so difficult for you to perform?
The thing was, which was most difficult to perform, was the time travel, because you were in a very small cave. It was big as that. There was a huge tube. There were stones everywhere. It hurt your knees a lot.
Oh, okay.
It really, time traveling hurts your knees, I tell you, because you have to go like this through the tunnel, and there is about 15 meter a crane of a camera which is in front of you and going like this, and it's hot and you sweat, and you are never in focus because it's so dark, and you have to do it again and again and again. And I did this for a lot of days. And I heard everything. I hurt my elbows, my knees, my feet, and there was a lot of dust inside. So this was really that was really difficult to perform. The other emotional scenes, I don't know, this is my job. I did this for 30 years, you know. Since I was 12 years old, I did this. So I just do this, and try to be soft. Yeah, stay soft, and you get emotional to the scenes. But the time travel stuff in the cave, that was really pretty awful.
We have a film in our language which is based on time travel. So I'm going to show you the teaser of the film. So please just watch it and share your feedback.
I know this actor. I like it. It looks spectacular. I don't know. It wasn't just a trailer, but this looks spectacular. I think I know the actor. I know him. I saw him.
In which movie?
I saw it. I don't know. This is a kind of a conversation when people talk about movies. You know this guy who was in this movie. You know, I mean, it was the movie called but he was in the other movie with the black girl. You know, and she was the friend of the one in the other movie was called you know, it was called, I don't know. And you get no name, but everybody knows about which movie they're talking about. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, very true, very true. Ideal situation. There in that movie, it's about the time travel with watch. So, can you just try telling that dialogue with the same feel, the same anger?
Time travel to watch? You mean with a watch?
Yes, with the watch.
இந்த மெஷின் வேலை செய்யறதுக்கு 99% வாய்ப்பே இல்ல.
You can just screw your watch like this, and then make the and then you come back like this and say, "I'm here for my watch."
Wow.
I'm here for my watch. That's what he says. That's the dialogue. Okay.
I've come for my watch.
It's like, my name is Bond, James Bond. It's cool.
Good.
You like?
Cool. You, Oliver, you're gonna just judge the character of Ulrich. So what is the one thing you like about him and one thing you dislike about him?
I dislike about him that he's not very stable. And he broke up with everything, you know. That's what I don't like about him, and that's what I don't like about me, you know. I try to be stable. During the first season, I broke up with my wife, you know. That was just before the season. And we had a little fight at law because we had children. At the end, it all went out well. But that was not such a nice time. And it was parallel to what happened to myself. So that's why I got into it very well. But at the end, I figured I came out better than Ulrich in the scene because he never existed. So that was spoiler.
They made every mistake you could possibly think of.
Because he never existed.
But I exist, so that's cool. I mean, I think I exist, you know?
No.
It looks very well outside here. This is my bike, I can grab it. I think I exist, but maybe it's wrong. I don't know.
Und Ulrich aus der Zukunft.
But can you teach me German now? In return, I'll teach you Tamil.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag means hello.
Guten Tag.
My name, ich heiße Oliver. Jetzt musst du sagen, wie dein Name ist. You say, my name is Ich heiße,
Ich heiße
and now your name.
Tara. Ich heiße Tara.
Ich lebe
Ich lebe
in Indien.
in Indian.
That means I live in India.
Oh, I live in India. Okay, wow.
Ich mag
Ich mag
Oliver
Oliver
sehr gerne.
sehr gerne.
That means I like Oliver a lot.
Okay, I do. Of course I do. Okay. So, can you talk our language now? Because we're basically from India, southern part of India. We speak Tamil. So that's our language. Can you try speaking our language?
Okay.
எல்லாரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Hello.
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
Brinkinga.
Means how are you all?
Hello. Brinkinga.
எல்லாரும் பத்திரமா இருங்க. எல்லாரும்
Hello.
பத்திரமா
Pademma.
இருங்க.
Inga.
Yes, means please everybody be safe.
Please stay safe.
Oh,
Please.
thank you. You were such a sport trying to
Thank you very
talk
much.
our language. What was your take when the director told you that Ulrich is going to have a relationship or affair with all the important women of the series?
Yeah, that was that was nice. Yes, it was nice having all these affairs. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I could kiss every actress there. So that's nice. I didn't kiss Claudia, I think.
Okay. Whom do you like as an on-screen pair?
Of course, I like Katarina the most, because when I had to play this scene in the second season in the prison where Hannah came and I said, I love you,
Yeah.
and she went
She
away.
went away without saving you.
Oh my God, that was a really horror scene.
Ich liebe dich. Hannah.
She seemed, I always see a monster in her. Say, how can you be so mean? She just left me there.
Yeah.
I can't love her. No.
Okay.
Now, I like her very much, but there is something about her character that she's able to play that mean. I couldn't. I go back to Katarina.
Okay.
I want her.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I have few fan theories. If you can answer those questions, you can try answering.
Yeah.
First thing is, people say that Noah is the son of Adam.
Yes, I think so. I don't know. Is he?
Oh my God.
Is Noah son of Adam? Wait a moment. No, I don't think so. I think the three others are son of Adam, in 3 different ages. These are son of Adam and Martha. I think.
Okay.
Schleife miteinander verbunden.
The second thing is, people say that Jonas is imagining everything in his mind and nothing has happened. He's still in the rehabilitation center because he could not cope up with his father's death.
No.
No,
that's
not true.
No, that's not true.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Das hat schon mal jemand zu mir gesagt. Ja.
You made us bit clear.
That's definitely not true. It's about the time paradox. For me, the best scene which explains the time paradox is the scene in the 3rd season where Helge says to me when I appear. He holds something like here. Look, there's my name on it, Oliver. Yeah, and he's like, he holds this coins. It was you, it was you. And he points at the coin. And I go back in time and meet Helge as a young guy, and I ask him, what's the coin? What's up with this? And if you send this coin back in time, the coin loses its origin. You don't know anymore if it was first in the future or in the past.
Yeah.
So this is the paradox. If you send something back in time or forward in time, the thing loses its origin. And this really is enough to think about to make you crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the question of the egg and the chicken. What was first? You don't know.
True.
Uns vor der Gegenwart zu
Very well explained. And we would like you to say any dialogue of yours.
I say this one dialogue. I remember this. Hast du auch manchmal das Gefühl, dass du irgendwann im Leben falsch abgebogen?
Oh my God, what is this?
I say this in the 1st season. I walk out the door and I go back to Charlotte and turn back and I ask her, do you also have the feeling that you took the wrong turn once in your life?
Oh, okay. That's so deep.
Stellen Sie sich vor, Sie würden in die Vergangenheit.
Can you just say any few secrets which we failed to notice in previous seasons?
Secrets.
Yeah.
Some secrets.
Yeah.
The cave. The cave is not real.
Oh.
So it's not a real cave.
Okay.
The cave was built. It was built in the woods. And if you go into the cave, you just go around the corner and then it ends. And then you have to, if you come out of the cave, you have to wait around the corner, and then somebody says, actually, you go around the corner. And the whole cave inside is built in the studios. You know, as much of the sets in the houses were built in the studios. That's a secret. And we were shooting at the end because it went bigger and bigger and bigger, the show. So we were shooting with 3 units at the same time. And this is a lot.
This is a secret which happened behind camera. I just wanted to know the things which we failed to notice, which director wanted us to note.
No, I don't have anything to say to this because I didn't notice. Maybe you're more intelligent than I am.
Okay.
I don't know. Everything you want to know about the scripts and about these hints which are everywhere, you got to definitely talk to Jantje Friese, to the writer, because she invented all that stuff. But I think what makes us very special, we have a mass of series in the world. Even small local series can go all over the world because they are so unique. The special thing about Dark is you really have to watch. You can't consume it like eating chips or stuff and doing other things, drinking a beer or going to the toilet. This all doesn't work because you have to watch and watch and watch. So you have to concentrate a lot on the things which are going on. And I think this is what makes it special. It's not so easy to consume.
Alles wiederholt sich.
How did you get into Dark series? What was the one thing that convinced you that you can take up Ulrich's role?
Because the books were so great. I'm a genre fan. I love genre movies, genre series. In Germany, we don't have so much genre series. We have drama and comedy, which isn't very funny.
Which isn't funny.
No, they try to be funny, but it's not so fun. So a fiction series like that, we never had before.
Von uns bereit ist, loszulassen.
I'm a fan of such things. I'm a fan of the series, of all series, which is by David Lynch, Twin Peaks and True Detective. And I loved science fiction movies, and I loved the time machine, time traveling stuff. And this was all put together in one show. So that was great. And that's what directly made me very happy when I did the audition for that.
So your life before Dark and after Dark.
It's pretty the same. It feels like you have more people, they know you, but it's not that the people run crazy, just some people somewhere. I was sitting in the restaurant and they just came from Dark and watched Dark in Brazil. Then they arrived in Cologne and there was their first walk through the streets and they met Ulrich and they were totally going crazy. But these are not so many people, you know. The people, they don't throw themselves on the street and do like this, no. Still, I'm working a lot, so I did other movies. That's why I didn't appear so much in the second season. I did another movie which was called When Hitler Stole Pink Rabbit.
Doch, aber ich finde es auch ganz interessant.
I did this in the summer times and during we shot the second season. So I wasn't so much in the second season, but I was bigger than in the third.
And one more thing, how was it sending your goodbyes to your friends, colleagues? How was the farewell?
That was my last day of shooting. Was an awful day of shooting, because I was shooting a scene in the forensic there where the dead people lie, where I meet my brother. And it was the third unit. I was shooting with the third unit.
Oh.
And nobody knew that it was my last day. So, and I just went home as nothing was, and I never went back.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and then simple as that. And then came Corona, and I never saw anybody again due to the Corona stuff. So I will meet them, I think, when we have a vaccine or stuff like this.
While reading the script, what was the one theory you never understood and you were like going crazy about the theory and you asked for a lot of explanations? Because we couldn't understand many things and we had to watch it again and again and again to just understand what's happening.
The first 10 scripts, that was the first season. I read them all, and I tried to get into everything, into every link, into every story. I have it all in my mind. Then we started to shoot a scene, and then lost everything. And then I asked the director, and I asked him, "Can you explain me what is this, and why is it like that, and why is that like that, and what is she doing then?" And then we were sitting in the woods with this big script, that was big as that, and we were trying to figure it out. Even Baran Booda had to figure it out because he didn't know at this special moment.
Yeah.
So because that was his wife, Jantje Friese, who was writing all that stuff. He was deep into it, but he didn't get it all the time. So, and in the second season and the third season, I didn't read the scripts anymore because that made me crazy because I couldn't understand it.
Anyways, you want to ask it again on the sets.
No, I didn't ask anything. I just told him, said him, "Tell me what I should act, and I do this because I get crazy." And there were so many characters that it doesn't help you with your storyline if you know all the other characters, because every character is for himself and doesn't know about the others. So that only confuses you while you are acting and doing it. So at the end, I just read my storyline. I didn't read the scripts anymore. The third season, I didn't read anything. I just read my scenes and I played them. And now, and even because I'm a big fan of Dark, I love watching it.
Die Apokalypse.
And I always press this 10 seconds back button because I didn't get the clue. As you do, I have to do it again and again.
Go back.
So that made me surprised. Now I didn't watch the show yet, the third season.
Oh.
No.
Why so?
I'm first episode at the half of first episode. That's what I saw yet because I'm in the mountains and I wasn't so much on the screen now. I try to watch it now.
I would like to share a few things about the frontline workers during this crisis, because the frontline workers, police officers or doctors, sanitary workers, everybody is like giving their life and saving our life. So what would you like to share about them?
About all these workers?
Yeah.
I really love them because they help all the others. So that's pretty cool. They are really good people. Thank you also to India. I heard you had a massive lockdown in India, yes?
Yeah, it is so severe here.
So what we do in Germany and in the Spanish people started at 9:00 in the evening. They went on their balconies and they all did this applause to all these people in the hospitals who are working day and night.
Definitely much needed for them.
Yeah. What I did, because we had a lockdown too, but we were still we could still go outside and for a ride or for jogging and stuff. We weren't supposed to meet other people. But at the end, I went to Switzerland, and here I am in the mountains, the Swiss mountains, and there is the next house is about 200 meters, and I'm all with myself and my bike, and I go biking up the mountains and hiking up the mountains. That's what I do in the nature. Yeah.
That's so nice, and you're staying alone there.
Yeah, I'm still alone in Switzerland. I have my bike. You see, there is my bike.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I also had an accident. So
what happened to you?
I had an accident while I was biking down the mountains on the float trail.
Oh my God!
So that happens. I'm not 16 anymore, so bones break now.
Just you and the nature and your bike. No corona.
One last question I'd like to ask you. 3 things you should remember or you should know before watching Dark Season 3. What are the 3 things we should keep in our mind?
You should know that you exist.
Es lässt dich durch die Zeit reisen.
You should already have gone to toilet.
Okay.
That you don't have to go anymore.
Okay.
Apokalypse. Es wird wieder passieren.
And you should know that you keep existing after the show is done. The 4th thing is don't get too deep into it, otherwise you get crazy.
Okay.
All die Meer wird viel größer als du denkst.
Super, it was so nice and cool to have a conversation with you. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being part of my conversation, my show. Thank you so much.
I liked it too, very much. And I have to say last thing. I did a movie with Louis Hoffman, Down the River. You can find it on the internet. You can watch it on Vimeo. It was a movie made with no dialogue. We invented all the dialogue in this thing, and it's just the father and the son going through the mountains in the woods, and they get totally lost, and they have a big problem to solve. And it all starts in a big balloon, which is flying over the mountains. It's a very nice movie, which I did with Louis. So if anybody wants to see it, you can watch it on Vimeo.
Definitely. It's so interesting, so we'll try watching the movie. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much too. And we come together for the next series, you know, for the next series, The Tribes of Europa.
Definitely, we shall. I would love to.
It comes out on Netflix as well. So, I say goodbye to India, and stay safe and stay clean and stay healthy.
Thank you for the time. Thank you.
Bye.
கொரோனாக்கு எதிராக களத்தில் போராடி இருக்கக்கூடிய போலீஸ், நர்ஸ், டாக்டர், சானிட்டரி ஒர்க்கர் இவங்களை நீங்கள் ஒருத்தரா இல்லை கொரோனாலேருந்து மீண்டு வந்தவரா? உங்களோட இன்ஸ்பைரிங் ஸ்டோரிஸை பிஹைண்ட் உட்ஸ் மூலிமா உலக மக்களோட ஷேர் பண்ண உங்கள் வீடியோஸை வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணுங்க.
Milky Mist presents The Tribute Show, powered by Europe Study Center, Ebox Schools and La Alegria International Tours Private Limited.